Hey guys, Drutter here. It's July 10th, 2016. Just hanging out at my kitchen table, looking at my lily plant. It's kind of drooped over, obviously. And just going to do a little video today with a couple things about silver and a brief mention of Bitcoin and a couple other things. But just showing you the view from my new camera lens. Well, actually the entire camera's new. New to me anyway. It's a 8-year-old camera, the same model I've been using forever on this channel, and sort of fell in love with that model, and when that one broke down I managed to get one exactly like it. It's almost new condition, so hopefully I get some years out of this thing. I enjoy this model. And so I want to say thank you to a friend of mine. I won't name them. I don't think they want to be named, but they contributed some funds and I was able to upgrade the camera for this channel, so thank you to them. Friend of mine. Yeah, I don't need to say anything else about that. Oh, and before I go on, I just wanted to show you here my little garden. I got my mint and the oregano. Oregano's looking good. It's nice and bushy now, and it looks like it's about to flower. That purslane that I have growing in there is not liking that soil too much, but my other herbs are doing very nicely. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on Bitcoin, but I have mentioned it from time to time on this channel, and I probably will continue to do that. This is the chart over the past 2 to 3 years in Bitcoin, showing the dramatic rise up to 11 or 1200 there, and then the very obvious pullback, almost back down to, I don't know, 150 I think it got to, or 200, and then slowly regaining those levels and now making that breakout up towards 700, and we're consolidating. It's at about 650 right now. Just keep this chart in mind and just keep Bitcoin in mind. Have a look at the fundamentals and you know, do a lot of research before you do anything with Bitcoin, of course. But it is a very interesting chart. It does look like it's going to try and take out the old highs, and if that happens, technically speaking anyway, there could be very interesting moves. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out, but a lot of people are not paying attention to Bitcoin or have tuned it out because they were told that it was, you know, owned by the government or something. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I truly don't know anything about that. But I know that I've been watching this chart for a long time, and you can really you can do some interesting technical analysis on this chart. And it's been interesting to call some of the moves. And it does look like it is consolidating here, and if it doesn't break down majorly back down to the you know, 400 level or something in the next short time, then there could be a push for that 1200 level, and then who knows. That's all I really want to say about Bitcoin for now. Well, what do you think? Superman logo on a Canadian maple. Whoops. I don't know. Usually when you start getting superheroes and cartoon characters on silver coins, I'd say it's probably jumped the shark. This reminds me of hockey cards in about 1991. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have any reflection on the price of silver, the spot price of silver. I'm just saying that collectible coins and such, it seems to have run its course, at least for me. It's a nice design. It looks nice. But I don't see the point. I don't see anything Canadian necessarily about Superman or anything relevant really about Superman. But there you go. It's a Superman logo. Decent looking design of a coin. Nice and shiny, of course. Thought I would show you guys. I'm going to talk about silver demand in a separate video coming up soon. But just briefly, looking at this, you can see that silver has been in great demand over the first half of the year. A lot of records were broken, and then just about halfway through June or so, demand really started dropping off, and now in July there's been almost no demand comparatively for silver bullion and for gold as well. So it's interesting to note that as this market seems to have shifted toward a bull market maybe halfway through June or so, instantly, at that exact same time, it seemed demand for these eagles has dropped and plummeted. So we'll have to keep an eye on that going forward and see how that affects the divergence between price and demand when I do an update on that soon. The US dollar index is hovering between 94 and 98 still. It's been very much sideways since that big move up. That was in 2014 and 2015, and then it just been completely sideways ever since. It couldn't break that 100 level, then it couldn't break that 100 level again, and it didn't break down below 92, and now it's just ranging sideways. And I think that the instability in the EU is helping to prop up the value of the US dollar, which in turn is making gold and silver look bad in US dollar charts, which a lot of people look at to determine if there's what market we're in a precious bull market or a precious metals bear market. And so a lot of people are looking at those charts and saying, we're still kind of sideways in metals, but let's go and have a look at gold in Canadian dollars, and you can see that no, we're not sideways and we're not on the bottom. We're actually making new highs. There's gold in Canadian dollars just approaching the old high to take it out. And there's gold in Australian dollars having taken out that old high. And there's gold in the same time frame in American dollars. And you can see why people are still not really sure if we're in a bear market or a bull market for gold in American dollars. But all you got to do is look at those other charts to know the answer. And we're about to take out, or we're taking out all the old highs, and we're making new highs for the price of gold in most currencies around the planet. So gold is being made to look bad by the American dollar chart, which is being held up by geopolitical events and so forth around the planet. So just be aware, guys, that the precious metals bull market has resumed. It has resumed a while ago, and that's definitely something to keep an eye on. It doesn't look like it if you're looking at this chart, but it does if you're looking at a lot of the other charts. And why not just a quick look at the silver chart? And this is showing the monthly moves in silver since 2012 as it dropped down below that 26 level finally, and has never recovered the $26 level yet on the American dollar chart. But that is certainly looking like a bottom has happened. Anything can certainly happen at this point, and we can continue down and take out those old lows and go down to 12 bucks or 8 or whatever. We know this chart isn't even real, but what we do know looking at this chart is that we are off those bottoms, at least for now, that $14 bottom, and we're looking to test the $22 level in silver on this American dollar chart. So we'll keep an eye on it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.